Hello everyone, my name is Paul DeWise. I'm a sales engineer here at Forerunner 3D Printing, and today I am going to talk to you about why sometimes we recommend splitting parts and adding in a mechanical or glue joint instead of printing them as one continuous piece. So the first example I have for you here, so this is specifically the MJF build platform, although this would apply to really any technology we have here. So you can see that this piece here, it doesn't actually fit in our bounding box of the machine. So, you know, what we would immediately try is to rotate the part, and still doesn't fit. Still not gonna make it. So the next thing that you might conclude is, well, why don't you tip it this direction? So if we tip it like this, and then we look down from the top, and we tip it like that, it does fit. So if I tell the machine, or I should say if I tell the software to drop it into position on the build platform, there is our part on the build platform. Now, what you got to remember is the way that we calculate the cost for parts is by build height, by material usage, and then just, you know, labor cost and other miscellaneous things. So you can see that our build height is 10.5 inches. So if I were to quote this part out, you would be looking at a cost of around $1,800 to print that part the way it sits right there. Now, the other option would be for us to add in either a glue joint or for you to redesign your part with a mechanical joint in there. So when I say mechanical, either the part snaps together or it's held together with socket cap screws or something like that. Glue joints we can add in for you. It's actually pretty easy. I'm going to show you how we do it. Mechanical joints, our engineering department could add it in for you, but there will be a cost associated with the engineering time for them to do that, and also lead time. You know, it could take them a minute or it could take them a couple of days to get to your project. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to roughly find the midpoint of our part, and then I am going to, actually, you know what? I'm in the wrong mode. There we go. That's why I wasn't seeing the tool that I need. So let's try this again, shall we? Right about there. So we are going to do a lap joint. Come in here, and I can adjust all the numbers and everything like that any way I want. But basically, what we have here is the part is now split in two, which you'll see here a second. And so we've got a nice heavy lap joint in this part. Now you may be thinking like, well, I don't want to glue joint my part because my part's going to get way weaker with that. And, you know, yes, your part will be a little bit weaker where that glue joint is at. But I'm going to drop two other things to look at in the comments, or I'm sorry, down in the description of this video. One of them will be a link to another video I did on proper glue joint design. Another one is to our actual glue joint testing page. I may drop some other stuff in there that I think of after we're done recording here. So definitely go look down in the description below this video and check out those other links. But why would you want to do this? What is the advantage? I already gave you a price of $1,800 for this part. Now, so that has the glue joint put in it. If I now repack this build, so now if I calculate the cost for these two parts, we come out to about $550. So considerably cheaper to make these parts with a glue joint than to make them as one continuous piece. So that would be one of the main reasons you may want to consider a glue joint. Another thing that I wanted to show you, so there's lots of different glue joints that we have available. So this is a rather large piece of nesting right here. So we can also do what we call puzzle joints. Same basic idea. you want to take and break this up into chunks. And so let me show you what a puzzle joint looks like. All right, so now you can see we have everything puzzle pieced together here. And now all these parts will actually fit onto the build platform. And again, this is a way that we can build really, really large parts, and we can do it with without, or we can do it with parts that would normally be too big to fit on the machine. So, for example, you can see here, there's one build worth of parts. There's your other build of parts. So these are very, very sloppy puzzle joints, I will say. I would have taken a lot more time, and I wouldn't have anything like this just hanging out there, but you kind of get the idea. So this is what we're talking about when we're bringing up the idea of splitting up your parts and putting some kind of glue joint into them, or we're proposing to you to, redesign your own parts, again, to add mechanical or snap joints, things like that. Again, I strongly encourage you, look down below for more resources on all of this that, can inform you on how to go about doing all this on your own if you want to do it. Or like I said, we have an engineering group in-house that would be happy to quote this work for you. So thanks for your time, and if you have any questions, please reach out to us.